And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. It's a 13-point game. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And they don't want a repeat of what happened last year here. They know this is an opponent they can handle, and they don't want to give away anything like they did last year.
So the Wizards 5 right now. All it point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. Portis is out there with Bryant, and it's Decker in at the three. And here's Wall. After the three-pointer from Mo Harkless, here's Bryant, and Cantor pulls it down. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Bobby Portis.
2 shots.
Portland shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Harkless. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Green's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We've got 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Wall against Lillard. Now here's Wall. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And so it's Washington in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, we've got a minute now. Let's hear what it was like for AI in his first NBA game.
I look back, and it was just a surreal experience, getting the call up, joining the team. Everything happened so fast, I didn't have time to overthink it or overanalyze it. So it was a bit of a ride, but I wouldn't have it any other way given the circumstances.
And that first game must have been a whirlwind for him.
Joining the team when he did with that much on the line, that's a lot of pressure to drop anyone into. AI showed, though, he could handle it and prove to be an asset.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. AI is out there with Collins, and it's Leonard in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Green gets it to go. We have so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry is still at the point guard position, does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes.
For Washington, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, Portis. The Blazers known for their explosive offense, but Brent, their defense became one of the stronger in the league.
Yeah, I think that's what propelled them to the third seed, top 5 last season, and a lot of defensive metrics, great rebounders, and a good job of challenging shots. They play in a bit of a drop position where they're always protecting the paint and not overextending themselves. It's been successful for the coaching staff.
Ball against McCollum, and stolen by AI. And here we go, fast break, and AI's got it. Harkless on the wing, Ariza covering. AI in the post, working on Portis. Here's AI, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
McCollum against Wall. Wall draws the double inside. Mahimi, and Mahimi with the stuff.
Oh, nice feed from Wall, paving the way for that bucket. That's always his first thought. Find the best shot possible on every trip, whether he has to take it himself or create for a teammate.
McCollum against Wall. McCollum left side, poked away. Wall with the steal. And that does it for the first half of play. Wizards lead by 10. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bradley, great first half for you. Look, we know you come from a football-playing family. It looked like you wanted to establish control in a football-type way in the first half.
Oh, you have to.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. AI comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Harkless is checked in for Jake Layman. Rodney Hood subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And then for Washington, Ryan is checked in for Howard. Portis comes in for Beal. And it's Green in for Trevor Ariza. Wall against Lillard. Here's AI. Banked in off the glass. AI's got 12 points in the game.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense. Now in his 7th year with the Blazers, they've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
So on the floor for Washington, Parker out there with Wall, and there's Bryant. Then there's Bobby Portis, and it's Green in at the small forward. And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in, and the Wizards making a change here as well. Beal's checked in. And so it's Washington with it. At one point, they led by 16. Shot clock at 5. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Bryant. Misses off the right iron. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference, and that might have added a bit more pressure, but Portland does not have a lot of flexibility. With their roster, somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision, and they saw through that, and he's back for this season.
Beal against Hood. Beal's shot is good.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and another three for Portland.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Lillard against Wall. From deep. And the miss.
Good defensive effort from Lillard there. He has the athleticism to play lockdown deep.
And so it's Washington with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
We're getting stopped after that start. We've been.
And so Portland ends up going with the new group. The Wizards also changing it up. Howard comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Green in for Beal. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Jabari Parker.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. We've got Hood. AI is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Curry. And it's Collins in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Wizards.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jabari Parker.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just...
AI, Griff wants to grab an interview. You have a second?
Oh, yeah, sure thing.
Right this way.
What is up, Griff? How you doing, man?
AI, you really had a breakout game tonight. What would you say contributed most to your performance?
Well, I've been working really hard in practice, and my teammates have been a really big help just, getting my game up to speed. I got a long way to go, but, it was nice to see some of that hard work pay off tonight.
Team player, of course. Probably would have preferred a different result, though.
Yeah, winning is always top priority, but my teammates know that, and it was great to be able to step up tonight. I just wish that we could have come out with that W.
Spoken like a true veteran. Thanks again, AI.
Sure thing. We good?
Yeah, we're good. You can head in.
All right, thanks, Charlie.